All right, I think we are live. I think. All right, I think we are live. Let's see. Make sure I can hear myself. I think. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Make sure I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2. Test. Listening on my iPad. I can hear myself. Test 1 2. Good. Fine. I can hear myself. Hello, everyone. 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2. Sonic says we have audio and notifications. Apocalypse, Michelle Ryan, Jessica McBride, Minibit, Melissa McQueen, Saranya. Hello, everyone. Stephen Ferry, Jane Porter, all the best. Eric B. Lizzie's moderating. Thank you. Louise. Melissa McQueen, Sarah Joy's moderating, thank you. Roller Coaster Lover, Apocalypse, Melissa McQueen. Melissa Alicia's moderating, thank you. Good luck with your grad school application, Melissa. Bethany O. Roller Coaster Lover. My arm's a little sore right now. It's not bad. It's a little sore, my arm. Hedge Enemy. Tony Del Monte is here. Ben Huffstetler, Arizona Jumper. Strange Reverend. Linda Nielsen. Tony Del Monte is here. Dave. Daniel Tewitt. Oh, there's an echo? I'm sorry. I just fixed the echo. Echo is fixed. Sorry, I know why it was echoing. I fixed it. The echo has been fixed. Hey, thanks, Denise F., and thanks for moderating, too. Irish Me. Jeff Porter, Lovely Heaven. Katie, Margot. Yeah, I'm very happy about this. I wish everybody could get it. So I'm bummed about that, but I'm happy to have gotten it, believe me. And Andy. I did not see Daly's place, Tony, in Jacksonville, but I didn't see much Jacksonville. Proud Felon is here. Chris Arneson. Baby Shark, Jennifer Tower, Vinyl Vish Records. The only thing I'm noticing is that there's a soreness in my arm. I sometimes get soreness when I have a flu shot, so I don't really notice it being any significantly more sore than that. That's really my only side effect so far, is the soreness in my arm. But it's not that bad. E. Lear, Brenda Bradley. Thank you, Brenda. Mick Jen. Thank you, Mick Jen. I appreciate that. Barbara Haller. I already got my appointment for the second shot. When you get your first shot, they give you an appointment right there. You have your appointment for the second shot, I think, before they actually stick the needle in your arm for your first shot. As soon as they check you in for the first shot, they get your appointment. It's interesting. Thank you, Kenneth Colton. That's very kind of you. Hey, I appreciate that, Kenneth Colton. Thank you, Kenneth. And thanks, Kenneth, for shouting out the mods. Certainly, thanks to all of our moderators. Sarah Joy, Melissa, Alicia, Linda Belk, Denise, Lizzie, Melissa, Alicia. I think I said her already. Thank you, mods. And thanks again, Kenneth. That's very kind of you. So the two things I'm noticing is there's some soreness right here, which is where I got the shot, and I'm getting a little tingling. There's a little tingling like towards the top of my arm. That's the other side effect I have. So I have the kind of soreness here, and then kind of little tingliness at the top of my arm. I got both of those, like little pinpricks, a few little pinpricks at the top of my arm. So I guess that means it's working. I still have my Band-Aid on. There it is. I still have my Band-Aid. So there. Brian says, my wife got her first shot on Friday. She said the longest part was scheduling her second shot. Yeah, for me, they said, here, we've already scheduled you. Tammy says we're going to try again on Saturday where she's going. I hope you get it. Oh, thank you, Beth. Hey, I appreciate that, Beth. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Beth Stannard. Thanks so much, Beth Stannard. Thank you. Our viewer, Vinyl Vish, says my mom had tingling in her mouth. Polly is there. Thank you, Polly. Jean. Epan. EPAN says I think EPAN messaged me. EPAN says I used the Lookner method today and got my first shot of Pfizer today here in San Francisco. So I think EPAN found a place in San Francisco that was throwing away, had extra doses that would have gone to waste. Saranya says California residents can now volunteer for 4 hours and get the vaccine. You know what I need to do? Just give me 1 second. It's a little windy, and the knobs from the balcony shade are hitting. So I need to place them so they won't hit each other or won't hit the window. Hang on. Let's put this up here. Get up there. Stay. Better. When it's windy, the knobs bang around, so I had to put them somewhere. Oh, thank you, Phyllis, and thank you, Harry, as well. Phyllis and Harry. Katie McElroy, I appreciate that. Katie McElroy says, you'll probably be really sleepy tomorrow. Jan Porter says, so happy you got it. It definitely relieved some stress. Well, the one thing is, I'm still concerned over getting I want to make sure I get there for the second dose. I think I'll be more relieved when I get the second. It's certainly relieved, but I'll be more relieved when I get the second dose, because I still need to get the second dose, and that's in 28 days. And then it's a little bit of a concern just because I need to go to Jacksonville. So I'm like, I hope my car doesn't break down on the way to my second dose, because I do need to drive to Jacksonville for my second dose. Thank you, Madonna Harold. Thank you, Madonna Harold. And Sean and Ann. Our viewer says, Erica says, I've been recommending moving your arm around when I've been administrating. Thank you, Patrick. Patrick says you deserve a grandma pizza slice after the shot. Thank you, Patrick Davis. If there was grandma pizza available to me in Jacksonville and I knew, I might have gotten it. I went to BurgerFi. Whoever suggested BurgerFi is a genius. I didn't know where I was going to go and I was hungry, and somebody said BurgerFi, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if there's one near here, because I'm going to treat myself to BurgerFi. I don't usually have fast food, but I had BurgerFi. But there was one across the street from the river where I was. It was like a 2-minute drive away, so it was perfect. So thanks for suggesting BurgerFi and giving me that idea. Whoever suggested BurgerFi, Jeff Haas suggested it. Well, that's where I went. That's right. I also felt I should probably eat a bunch, because since my body was dealing with the vaccine. Thank you, Denise F. Denise says, thanks so much for taking us on the journey with you. Thank you, Denise. Well, I didn't tell anybody I was going beforehand. I told my mom on the way. So I'm sorry I didn't live stream that I was going beforehand. Although I talked about it last night, but last night I thought I wouldn't go. But so let me go over what happened. Some interesting stuff happened. I found out some interesting stuff after. So what happened is, let me just go back from the beginning for a second. So a couple days ago, I saw, over the weekend, I saw this announcement. The story came out that in South Florida, which is south of me, not really my area, but South Florida, there was a FEMA vaccine site that just started giving out the vaccine to whoever wanted it that was 18 and above. I guess they weren't having high demand or something, so they just started giving it out to everybody. Now that got shut down. The next day, the governor said you can't do that. But so people started hearing about it, and telling each other online and going and getting vaccinated. But it got me thinking I should probably research into what's going on. Are there other places doing this kind of thing? And are there other? And I started. What I really started researching was the waste vaccine. So these vaccine, the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine, you have to throw them out after a certain amount of time. So I actually looked up the Moderna, and I found out with Moderna, it's once the vial is punctured, after 6 hours, the vial needs to be either used or thrown away. And I believe there's up to 10 doses in a vial. So once you can defreeze it, and it can stay, I think, refrigerated for 30 days, I think. I'll actually show you here. Let me just show you here. Moderna can't expire. Let's see here. I had this link here before. Did I make a note of it? I'd like to show you. There's like a web page I found where it talks about like exactly when it expires and everything. Did I mark it down here? Let's see. Yes, storage and handling. I found it. So this is the Moderna one, which I got. And you can see it says storing vaccine vials. After the first dose, unpunctured vials may be stored between 8 to 25 degrees for up to 12 hours. Do not refreeze. So let's see, unpunctured vials. It's a little confusing. You have to store the vials frozen between negative 25 to negative 15 degrees Celsius. That's really cold. And then they can be stored refrigerated, not ultra frozen, for up to 30 days after the first use. Do not refreeze once thawed. Unpunctured vials may be stored at this temperature for up to 12 hours. And then this is the one right here. After the first dose has been withdrawn from a vial, the vial discard after 6 hours. Discard after 6 hours, do not refreeze. So with the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccines, once I assume it's similar with Pfizer, but you have to throw the stuff out if it doesn't get used fast enough. And so now I've made the story too long. But what I started doing is I started doing some research. Once I heard about this place in South Florida that was giving out the vaccine to anyone, it kind of got me interested in like what's like, are people getting vaccines anywhere? And I started seeing all of these posts online. I found some groups where people talk about what's going on with the vaccines, and there are these groups where people are trying to get the doses that are going to get thrown out, the waste doses. There's people online who form these groups to try to help people find these waste doses. So at the end of the day, a pharmacy or a site might have some extra doses, and they might throw them out if somebody can't take them. But some people, and from doing my research, what I found is a lot of people in Florida were actually getting these waste avoidance doses, these extra doses that would go to waste. And I started looking into this weekend, and I was like, I really should try to do this if I want a vaccine, because it's not taking one from anyone. Other people are doing it, and you're not keeping it from anyone, right? I mean, it would just be thrown out otherwise. So I did my research, and yesterday I got my name on some of the Walmarts around here in my area. I put my name on their waste avoidance list, where if they have an extra dose, they might call you. I think those lists are pretty crowded right now. But this one other thing I saw, I joined a couple of Facebook groups where one is called Florida Vaccine Hunters, but it's where Florida people are sharing information about these waste doses. And a number of people kept posting about this site in Jacksonville, and they would say they're giving out the unused doses, and you can get them there, and we've been successful at the end of the day. I guess this site in Jacksonville, the demand from the local area isn't that high, so they frequently end up with extra doses. So I wasn't going to go. And I was thinking about going, and then last night I talked about this on the stream, and I said, well, I'm sure a lot more people know about it now, and it's going to be too crowded, or maybe there's a 50% chance I'll get it. I don't even think it was that high. I didn't even think it was that high, but I said maybe there's a 50% chance I'll get it, but do I really want to drive 2 hours and not get it and have to drive all the way back? And I wasn't going to go. And then this morning I was up and I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go. I'll do it once. If I don't get it, fine. This will be the one place I drive to. This will be my crazy vaccine quest trip that I take, and I'll just do it. So I drove there. And what I thought was going to happen was, even if I might have gotten it, what I thought was going to happen is, so people online were saying that they were giving them out at the end of the day, and a lot of people said things like, well, we got there around 3, and they made us wait till 4 and 4:30, and then, they had a few extras, and they let some of the people waiting get extras. So some people had gotten them, some people had not. I just figured I'll show up early. I said, I'm here, I'm awake, I'm just going to get there early. I brought a folding chair with me. I was fully ready to wait for 3.5 hours and just sit there and sit on the sidewalk if I have to, just to try it once. And I got there, and there was one person waiting to get into the building before me. So I parked right in front. It was like a junior high school gym. in Jacksonville, a junior high school gym, not downtown, just, in like a place with a bunch of houses and stuff. And I get out of my car. I park right in front, get out of my car. There's one person in front of me. They walk in. So within a minute, I'm already in the door. And they send me to a desk. And I just said to the person, I said, hey, I was just wondering if you might have any extra vaccines today. I'm happy to wait. So, I'm not there saying I have some disease. I'm not there saying I'm over 65. I'm just asking if they have extra. And she just starts like process, like it was like she didn't even say yes. She just starts like she's like, do you have your license? I give her my license, and then she's like, have you had the virus? Have you had these symptoms? And then like within 2 minutes, she hands me a sticker and says, go to that table. And so you put a sticker on you. It's like your identifying number, and then they scan you through the whole process. And then a minute later, I'm at this table. They ask me a couple more questions, and 5 minutes after I parked, I'm getting the shot. It was that fast. Really, I'm not exaggerating. I'm guessing it was 5 minutes from the time I parked till the time I got the shot. It was that fast. So it's just crazy. So I guess it just worked out for me. But let me say this. A couple things. I found so I went on and I posted on the group where I found about this, the Florida Vaccine Hunters. I posted about it and posted about my experience because I want to let other people know if maybe other people want to get the waste doses, the extra doses. Somebody posted. I'm going to read you the post. I want to read you what somebody posted like after I posted. Somebody else posted who'd gone there after me, and I'm going to read you what they said. It's incredible. Let me just get it right here. I'm going to get my post up here. Check this out. Hold on. Hang on. If I can find it. Let's see. Where's my post? It's here somewhere. Hang on. Oh, no. Why did that do that? Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Why is it misbehaving? Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the wrong group. Let me find my post. All right, here I found my post. Now let me read you what somebody wrote. Somebody posted under my post in the Facebook group. Listen to this. Listen what they said. It's crazy. The person said, so I got in there. I went at about 1:15, okay, 1:15 p.m. And there was no line. Within 5 minutes, I got my vaccine. So another person posted in the Facebook group, and they said, I had mine at 3 p.m. at the site today. No, that's a different one. Here it is. No, a different person said, got mine there today. 2 hours later, a friend in line texted me that they got a call from the governor's office to stop giving out vaccines to those under 50. Again, this person posted... shortly after I posted, the person said, got mine there today. 2 hours later, a friend of mine in line texted me. They got a call from the governor's office to stop giving out vaccines to those under 50. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep stopping it, but it's possible that I got there, like I got, that if I'd showed up like 2 hours later, I wouldn't have gotten it. Somebody else said this. Somebody else wrote this. I had mine at 3 p.m. today. The crazy thing is the line for the people without appointments was huge, but I didn't see anyone turning up for appointments. So pleased they were giving it to people that were willing to stand and wait. So there was very little demand. Apparently, there's very little demand at this site. There's not that, and that's why they have these extra doses. But when I was there, people looked a lot of people looked similar to me in age. I didn't see a lot of older people. So, it could have been people with conditions or, teachers or whatever. I don't know. But, maybe word got out about this site. I mean, I heard about it, and so it's possible that that word got out, and then they said, but it's interesting. They didn't say from the text from the report on Facebook. It didn't say they told people. What the post on Facebook said. A friend in line said that they were told to not give it to people under 50. But currently in Florida, it's the age limit is 65. So it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd if the state told them, well, don't give it to anybody under 50. If that's what they told them, well, then they're still allowing to give it to people from 50 to 64, which is also out of the guidelines. So I don't know what's going on there. It just my point is, it seems possible that if I'd gotten there 2 hours later, I wouldn't have gotten it. That happened. And then also, let me show you this. In the Facebook group, somebody posted a photo of the line of people waiting there at 4 p.m. Let me show you this. This is from the Facebook group. Let's see if I can. I'll get this on the screen. Hang on. Remember, when I went, there was no line. Oops. Hang on. When I went, there was no line. Now check this out. This is a person, Gabrielle Barber, who posted. Is this going to work? Yeah, that she said line for extra shots at 4 p.m. So I went at 1:15. There was no line. At 4 p.m. there was this gigantic line for extra shots. So yeah, I just got lucky that I got there at the right time. It looks like word got out, and that they were doing it, and a lot of people heard about it, and. No, Jeff, it won't affect the second shot because I already have an appointment. I have an appointment for the second shot. So that's automatic. The appointment is set up. But you know what? I mean, look, it's the reason I found out about it is a bunch of people had been posting about it. So, people read the posts, and also I'm guessing people who went there told people about it. But, it just, I got lucky. So, I just got, Strange Reference says you got super lucky. Very lucky, very lucky. I was very lucky. But again, just to emphasize this, it's extra doses, right? The idea is it's doses they're going to throw out, doses they're not using for people. When I went there, that's what I said. I said, I'm wondering if you have any extra doses. I'm happy to wait. So, I wouldn't go somewhere and I would never want to take a dose that was meant for somebody in one of the designated groups, 65 plus, somebody with a comorbidity. The groups I was looking at online, the whole point is to find waste doses, is to find the doses that they're going to have to throw away because they don't have enough demand and they open them up and they don't use them. So that's the point. I would not do it. Look, obviously, I think it's good. It's better that they give them to people than throw them away. I do wish this wasn't the system, though. I wish, part of the problem. I mean, there's a bunch of problems, but as I said before, the big issue here is that in Florida, and I'm guessing around the country, plenty of places have these extra doses, and they can't they're not publicizing it. There's no official, nobody feels comfortable saying, we have extra doses, come on down. We have extra doses, here's our official wait list. Now the Walmarts actually have a list. Some of the Walmarts have a list. But it's very not publicized, and you have to call them up, and it's just, so you have this kind of crazy situation where a lot of people are getting these doses. It's just people are just kind of guessing how to do it. Some people say they go to a Publix pharmacy and they walk in an hour before the closing and they say, do you have any extra today? I've seen people say that. I've seen people call a Walmart. I've seen reports of people calling a Walmart and getting on a list, and then they have an extra and they call them up. Sometimes somebody calls a place like a pharmacy and they happen to get somebody on the line who says, oh, I have one. I can't get rid of it. Can you be here in a half an hour? So it's this very weird system, and I just wish I wish it was more organized, but it's like it's like it can't be official. For whatever reason, they can't officialize this. So it's all this weird, people calling around and looking on the internet and seeing where somebody else went. So I wish it wasn't this way. And I also wish that this site I went to was more busy. I wish the people who lived in the area were using the site. I mean, I guess the area is an area where there's not, I don't guess, I know that the area is an area where either there's not much demand for the vaccine or people aren't hearing about this site, but they've been doing this at the site for weeks now. And there just isn't the demand in this area. So I want people to get it. So, but if they're going to be throwing it away, I figured I'd try and get one. So, anyways, but people had been talking about this site. People had been getting some extra doses of this site, for like the last week or so. It wasn't like a one-day thing. I mean, I've been seeing reports since last week, and I finally was like, well, I'm going to try driving there and doing it. So, and then I'm guessing people at these places, at the sites, or at the pharmacies, or at the Walmarts, or wherever, they don't want to throw out the doses. I'm sure they'd rather give it to somebody. I'm sure they don't want to throw out the doses. Let's see here. Oh, Nikki Kennedy, where I was shooting was the Riverwalk. There were plenty of people out there. It was nice. I mean, I don't know if I'd go there in the middle of the night. Probably pretty quiet, but it was good during the day. Daniel Boberson says there are many no-shows. People make appointments and get it somewhere else sooner. That's a big problem. Maybe there were some no-shows. Let's see here. So our viewer EPAN says, I had no luck with pharmacies. All the CVS stores told me I had to come to the store and sign up every day. Walgreens was mixed. Most told me they had a list on file of eligible people. One said show up at 2:30. So EPAN called a bunch of places, I guess, EPAN, and they just found, EPAN, our viewer, found a place that was trying to get rid of a dose. Janice says, I don't get it, Steve. Why are they offering anyone a shot when the elderly really need these shots? Again, these shots are getting thrown away. I can't explain. Any person 65 or over could go get the shot I got today, but they weren't showing up there. Why are they not showing up there? I don't know. I'm guessing a certain amount of older people, and there'll be a certain amount of people in any demographic who just don't want to take it. There might be people with, there might be people, maybe there's people who don't hear about it. Maybe there's somebody who doesn't have a relative who's looking out for them, who's making an appointment for them, So that's certainly an issue, and that's a problem, So I don't know in this specific case, why weren't more people going to the site from the area and utilizing it? I do not know. I don't have an answer. I wish they would. But if I go, if somebody goes to a site and they're going to throw away the stuff and then you get it instead of them throwing away, that's not keeping, nothing I'm doing, nothing I or anybody else does when they get a waste dose is keeping it from anyone, because they got to open up the doses anyway. Clay Sells says each state and site have different systems. But Ann Andy says, on my way, some place in South Florida are having extra doses. Don't feel bad because they offered. I don't know if Ann Andy is going to get a vaccine. C. Michelle Sparks says, makes you wonder how many are winding up in the trash. A big topic of discussion on the discussion board that I've been on Facebook of the people looking for the waste doses is Publix. Because Publix, if you call up Publix, the Publix I've called and the Publix other people have called have said, we don't have a list. And I called Publix yesterday. I called one Publix to ask if they had a list for the waste doses, like a wait list. And they said, no, we don't have a list. And they said, we give them to our employees first. Now, of course, they should do that. But, I mean, these vaccines have. I would be surprised if there's a Publix that's been doing these vaccinations for a couple weeks, right? I mean, I would be surprised if by now, maybe they haven't, but I'd be pretty surprised if some of these Publix hadn't already gone through the employees. So some people on the Facebook group think that there's a bunch being thrown away. I hope that's not happening, but I really hope that's not happening. But I don't know. I'm sure there are some being thrown away. Lithrone says better to get doses in people than in the trash. No, the second dose, I have an appointment. I have a confirmed an appointment. I literally have a text message from the facility. I have a text message saying when my appointment is. I have a confirmation number and everything. Once you get the first one, they set you up with the second one, which is good. I got very lucky. I got very lucky. Phyllis says, I wish I could find something like this in Orange County, California. I'll just say what I said on the earlier stream. If you're looking for the vaccine and you're having a problem making an appointment, or maybe you're someone who's not in one of the eligible categories yet, go online, search Facebook, search Reddit, see if there's a group of people who are looking for the waste avoidance vaccines, who are looking for the extra ones that they're going to throw out. That's what I did. I found a couple of groups. I found 2 different groups in Florida groups on Facebook, where they're just people who are sharing information. Hey, this place is giving out waste doses. Hey, this is how I got my dose that was going to be thrown out. And that's how I learned about it. So there very well might be groups where you are. You just need to go online and search for it. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of groups like this around the country. I would encourage you to do that. And you also could try, if you can call Walmart's, any kind of place that's giving them out near you. You can call them, like if it's a Walmart or a Publix or whatever, CVS, you can call them, ask them if they have a list. Ask if they have a list, or you can call them towards the pharmacy closing time. I've seen some people online suggest like an hour before closing time and just say, do you have a dose? Although sometimes people call in the middle of the day, because I guess some of the doses may expire in the middle of the day. So you can just call them and ask them, So it's just the kind of thing where you just have to ask. As my late father used to say, and it's a great quote, he used to say, if you don't ask, you don't get. Now, you don't want to annoy people. I mean, obviously, if everybody called all the time, it would paralyze the pharmacies. So that's not good. So I wouldn't, but I think you can. When I called places, I would just be like, hey, I was just wondering if you had a wait list for the waste avoidance list. I would say, hey, I was wondering if you had a waste avoidance list for the vaccines. That's all I'd say. It takes 2 seconds that they say yes or no. So you can do it without taking up much time. But you don't have to call them 10 times in a day. But unfortunately, this is just the system. That we're in. So, But I would encourage you, if you're looking to get it, And also, I'll say this: like the Walmarts I talked to around here, they really appropriately so for their wait list, they are favoring people who are in one of the categories but just can't get an appointment. So maybe there's somebody who's 65 and over who hasn't been able to get an appointment yet, but they get on the wait list at a Walmart. Walmart's going to call them if they have an extra dose before they call like a person who's not in those categories. So yeah, I mean, look, I've heard stories of people going to some of the FEMA sites, and I was just reading a post today about one of the FEMA sites in Orlando, and somebody said they went there towards the end of the day and they got an extra dose. It's just, unfortunately, there's no rules. The rules can change at different places, and you just have to contact places, and this is what I had to do. How did I get mine? I literally had to drive 2.5 hours and 15 minutes with no guarantee that I would get that's what I had to do. I ultimately got my dose by driving 2 hours and 15 minutes with no guarantee whatsoever I would actually get offered one, and a significant chance I wouldn't. So, I mean, it's not that's what I had to do, So It's just they're out there, but you gotta research it and all that. Hey, thanks, Chris Lund. I appreciate it. And look, thank you, Christopher. Thanks for your kind words. I'll say this: I fully appreciate that. A lot of people can't do what I did. So I have a job which allows me to be flexible. So somebody who had to be at their job today couldn't drive 2 hours. Somebody who has, a family they have to take care of can't drive 2 hours. So it's unfair, and there's an unfairness to the extra doses thing, which is that people who are more flexible, and somebody who doesn't have a car couldn't do what I did, right? So, and somebody who doesn't have time to spend on the internet and good internet access, that might, there's all these unfairnesses, inequities built into this thing. So I recognize that. I really wish they had a better organized system for the waste doses, and they just don't. And it's just this free-for-all. So, but the waste doses, again, are not, that's doses that would be thrown out. They're extra, and, that's what I was looking into. That's what I was looking into. And when I went to this place, I told them, I just asked them if they had any extra. And then they waved me through. So, So. But, as Aaron Weirdo says, if you're wealthy, you might have a better chance of getting the vaccine. Well, you'd be better able to, take time off and, just even having a flexible job. If you're somebody who has to go to work every single day and have kids to take care of, you're not going to be able to go drive somewhere. Also, but a lot of people are getting these things, they don't drive 12 hours, but you got to be ready to leave on a moment's notice. Like, you might get a call from a Walmart and they say, can you be here in 20 minutes, So somebody who's, has to take care of their kids, that can't do that. I guess they might be able to, but it's, it's much harder. Oof. Oh, Herb Green. Nope, Herb, I'm timing you out. Herb claims that somehow this nonsense, this is one of these awful arguments, talking points of the anti-vaxxers, that it hasn't been FDA approved, it's only emergency authorization. Now, if you had done any kind of research, you would find out how good the data is on this, and expert after expert after expert saying that this was worth approving, and that, I remember reading quotes on my streams covering this, where people would say, where experts would say, yeah, it didn't go through the official approval process, but corners were not cut. And so if this is another one of these, it's just a talking point. I hear it again and again and again. I'm not going to listen to it anymore because it's nonsense. It's uneducated. It's either totally biased and willfully closed-minded or horribly ignorant without doing any research. So this whole talking point of it wasn't FDA approved, it's only emergency authorization, that's just an awful talking point, and it's really only effective for people who are willing to just blindly listen to it and not willing to do any independent research. If you do the independent research, you can just see how good the data is on these vaccines. So, but I'm not allowing that in this. I just don't even deal with that stupid talking point anymore. It's just garbage. And I just hear it again and again and again. It's utter garbage. It's just a garbage talking point. And it's a talking point made to mislead people who aren't informed. It's made to mislead people who aren't informed. That's what it's made for. So you can go take that garbage somewhere else, not on my channel. Just what a stupid talking point that is. Really dumb. Really, really stupid. Really, really stupid. It's just, they're so excited they figured out this talking point. They just spout it again and again and again. It's just garbage. Yeah, Denise says it's the same kind of misleading information we originally heard about the virus. Yeah, remember everybody saying the virus was just the flu? I got the Moderna vaccine, Edward. The Moderna I got. The reason why it doesn't have FDA approval is because the normal approval process takes a certain amount of time. That's the usual approval process takes a certain amount of time, and there wasn't the time. But go do your research. You will find experts saying this is safe, the data is good. There's experts saying that this has not that the timing didn't make a significant difference in this. So we've talked about it on the air before. I'm not going to get into it now, but that's what it is. Reed Israel says, I cannot wait to get it. I can't wait to get my second one. Minibit says, I wish I could get the vaccine. It would be such a relief. Something I notice when you get it, again, I really want to get my second shot, you know. It's like the pessimist in me is like, something will happen. You know, it's not, I'm not fully vaccinated until I get the second shot and you wait 2 weeks. But I will say this, when you get the vaccine, you now have a countdown, right? Because it's 2 weeks after you get, I know for Pfizer, it's 2 weeks, in Pfizer and Moderna, it's 2 weeks after the second shot. That's when you're like considered fully vaccinated. I heard someone say with Johnson & Johnson on TV today, it was 2 weeks after, it's a one-dose vaccine. It might be 2 weeks. I don't know if it's 2 weeks after Johnson & Johnson or how many weeks it is. But whatever it is, you now have a date. So I can say to myself, I know when my appointment is for the second one, and I know that 2 weeks after that is when I'm going to be fully vaccinated. April 19th. So it's just nice to have this, assuming there's no kind of crazy issue with new strain that the vaccines can't handle, which could always happen. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But at least you have a date, you know? So Melissa says, I was told by the pharmacist for JJ that it is 2 to 4 weeks for Johnson & Johnson. Let's see here. Yeah, so Nikki says you must be relieved. I mean, again, it's not, I'm definitely relieved to have started the process, but, and you know, to not have to worry about that. But I'll be more relieved when I get the second dose. That's when I think I'll be more relieved. Tracy says, my son got his vaccine January 19th in Alabama. He's a high school teacher and only 37. No idea how he got it so soon. I mean, now I think he could get it because he's a teacher, but you're saying he got it in January. Oh. Let's see here. No, second shot is in 4 weeks for Moderna. It's 4 weeks. I think I owe somebody a thank you. I'm sorry. Somebody made a donation. I didn't thank them because I've been busy talking. Thank you, Tony Del Monte. I appreciate it, Tony. Tony says, one of my workers last Wednesday helped sign me up on the Minnesota Health Lottery list, so they will call or email me for when and where appointment. I hope you get it soon, Tony Del Monte. Thank you, Tony. Thank you also, Erica. Erica says, look for volunteer opportunities as well. So one of our viewers claimed that, like in California, if you volunteer, you can get the vax. So maybe there's something near you where you can volunteer and help and then get the vaccine that way. Thank you, Erica. Thank you also, Pats fans. I appreciate that, Pats fans. Erica also says, some health departments have official process in Tennessee. Look at the health department Twitter for waitlist policy. She's saying that maybe some places like do have an official policy for waitlist about the, for extra doses. I'm not sure how it is around the country. I'll tell you, it's not official around here. Hey, thanks 12 Tree, by the way. 12 Tree says, because of you. Oh, 12 Tree says, because of you, I decided to check last night, and I saw Tennessee was switching phases today, so now I'm getting my first shot tomorrow. Very nice. That reminds me. Thank you, 12 Tree. So check, if you haven't gotten it yet, keep up with the news in your locality, because the different states are updating who can get it. In Florida, it was announced today that starting on March 15th, I believe, everybody 60 and above can get it. The governor has said he's going to do it by age. There's other things as well, but mainly it's going to be done by age. So starting in a week, 9 days, it's going to go down to 60. And I'm sure it'll just keep going down. There's going to be a lot more vaccines soon. But keep up with your state. It's the eligibility criteria are changing. They are changing. Okay. E. Lear says, my son is 28, lives in Pennsylvania, got his Saturday at a FEMA mass vaccination site. let's see here. Hang on a second here. Clark Smith, Clark, I am removing your comment. Clark, you broke the rules. You broke the rules, Clark. I'm going to have to do this again because nobody follows the rules. Nightbot will tell you the rules. Thank you, Ruben Urban, for moderating. Lisa of the Line says we need mass vaccine sites everywhere every day. There's going to be a lot more vaccine coming out. There's going to be a lot more. By May, there's supposed to be enough for every adult. So, anyways, so I don't even, as I said, let me just go over again. The place I got it at today, somebody posted on Facebook that a couple hours after I was there, they had a friend in line, and the friend in line said that the site was told to stop giving it to people under 50. So it's possible that if I had gotten there 2 hours later, I wouldn't have gotten it. And also there was this big line. I showed a photo earlier of this big line at the facility at 4 p.m. I was there at 1:15 p.m. There was no line. So, I don't know if the policy at this place is going to change. But as I also mentioned, someone else posted on Facebook, they said when they were there later today, they didn't see anyone there who had made an appointment. It was all people who were, there for extra doses. So it's kind of this strange thing where you have this site and it's just not the people in the area, they're not getting a lot of people making appointments. There's not the demand for it. So, the people in the area who meet the criteria. Thank you, April Coco and Lisa the Lion and Judy Socket. Electric Crystal says you got lucky. I did. Amber E says I've had COVID and I'm getting the vaccine. Yeah, so it's possible that they'll change the policy at this place. I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll change it for a day. Maybe they'll adjust it. I can't say. If you go tomorrow there, I have no idea. So I just hope they don't, they keep giving out the stuff instead of throwing it away. No, Jen D says, do they charge your insurance? They never even took my insurance information. I thought they might charge your insurance. The only thing they took was my driver's license. That was it. They take your driver's license, they scan your driver's license. I'm guessing you have to be a Florida resident, I believe. So I'm sure they have some system set up where they scan your license. It's very fast. Then they give you a sticker and an ID number, and you go to every time you're at a different station, they scan your sticker. When you sit down to get your shot, they scan your sticker. After the shot, when you sit down in the waiting area for them to observe you for 15 minutes, they scan your sticker. When they come by and they scan it again. So they're constantly scanning your sticker. No, it was not. They never asked for insurance information. Nothing. Just a driver's license. That was it. Beth says, I got my second shot at 5 a.m. in Arizona. Cool. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then afterwards, I went to BurgerFi, thanks to Jeff Haas' suggestion. But, I really want to go see my mom. I might even try to go see my mom as soon as I got to talk to my family about it. I'm definitely going back to Boston in late May. There's like a family event I'm going to go to, but I might try to see my mom before that because my mom has been vaccinated. If I were to go back like in April, I could hang out with my mom, but I couldn't hang out in person with my brothers. Well, I don't know if I could. I think maybe by the, I don't know what it is for them. Maybe I could. There's the new recommendations, CDC guidelines. Let me show. The new guidelines came out today. When you've been fully vaccinated. 2 weeks after the second dose in 2-dose series, 2 weeks after a single dose like the Johnson & Johnson. It's 2 weeks after. What's changed? You can gather indoors with fully vaccinated people without wearing a mask. You can gather indoors with unvaccinated people from one other household. For example, visiting with relatives who all live together without masks unless any of those people or anyone they live with has an increased risk. So, for example, I could, if I went to Boston, even though my brothers haven't been vaccinated, I could go to one of their houses and hang out with their family because I don't think that they have, unless there's somebody at high risk in their family. Although I think we'd probably, just to be safe, I think what we might do is it's kind of weird because it says you can gather indoors with unvaccinated people from one other household without masks unless any of those people or anyone they live with has an increased risk for severe illness from COVID-19. So it sounds like the CDC, this suggests that the CDC thinks there's not much risk of, once you've vaccinated, giving it to somebody else. There's not much risk of you giving it to somebody else who's not high risk and them getting super sick from it. That's interesting. That's an interesting one, that one right there. That second one. I don't know, though, if I hadn't had the vaccine yet, I don't know if I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll just hang out with somebody who's been vaccinated. I don't know. So, yeah. So, I mean, what I would do is just, I would talk to I wouldn't force myself on anyone. I would just talk to my brothers and see what they were comfortable doing. But I could at least go and, go to the house and socially distance from them. That you could do, Hedge Enemy says, you know how much of a friggin' miracle this vaccine stuff is. It's unprecedented. It's a triumph of medical science. This sort of thing used to take years, and it was a gamble too. I mean, it's a year after less than a year after the pandemic really got going in the U.S. Vaccines were already giving out. Janice Horton said, better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, I think, I have no problem. I would have no problem hanging out with my mom because she's been vaccinated. But, we'll see how it works with the other family members. Robert Kidder says they don't want you to go from family member's house to family member's house one after the other, though. Yeah, I'll have to read up about all those things. But I'm guessing if I were to hang out with my brothers, we would social distance probably just to be safe, Lithron says, I'm shocked that it's free. It's great. That's great. Erica says, I think they are working off Israeli data and some other preliminary data. Just some preliminary data that shows that the vaccines not only keep you from getting sick and really sick and dying, but also prevent you from giving it to somebody else. But that's still being researched right now. JJ Mann says, my sister refuses to get the vaccine or have her kids get it. I personally haven't gotten it. I think it's going to get to the point where we will be forced to get it. I don't think in the U.S. they'll force you to get it, but I don't know if there'll be things where you can't do certain things if you haven't gotten it. Yeah, Arizona Jumper says you can visit with brothers outside. Yeah, that's also obviously something you can do too. I mean, because it'll be warmer weather. So, anyways, if you want to look, the CDC announced these new guidelines for vaccinated people today. When you've been fully vaccinated, I got the Moderna one. I got Moderna. By the way, the whole story of how I got it is on. I did a whole stream earlier today about it, in case you didn't see it, about getting the vaccine. But again, I went to a place just to again repeat this, I've been participating in a discussion group and looking at a couple discussion groups on Facebook of people who are looking for extra doses that would be thrown out because Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, if they don't get used fast enough, they have to get thrown out. So there's people who have been getting the vaccine, I know in Florida, by finding places that are giving out these extra vaccines that would get thrown out. And I got from one of these groups, I heard people were going to this site in Jacksonville, and I decided to try it. It was like the most promising place. So I drove there today, and incredibly, 5 minutes after I parked, I was getting a shot in my arm. Oh, thank you, Ralphie boy. Hey, thank you, Ralphie boy. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I really appreciate this, all the people saying congratulations and everything. So, and I just wish everybody could get it. I wish it was available for everybody right now. No, I like having the Band-Aid on. It reminds me I got it. JJ Man says, that is what I meant by force us. So we won't be able to go to the doctor without it. Well, I don't know about that. We won't be able to fly. That might be true. The kids won't be able to attend school. I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, there's already some vaccines that are mandated for school. No sticker. They don't give you a sticker. They don't give you an I've been vaccinated sticker. So we're back here, and I will certainly. Oh, Melissa got a sticker at CVS. April Coco says I got a sticker. I was at the stateside. I did not get a sticker. Oh, Daniel says you get the sticker after dose 2. Oh, okay. Read Israel says maybe you get the sticker for second shot. Yeah, I was thinking I might get a sticker. Oh, I got a reporter for one of the news stations in Orlando messaged me on Facebook. Right before I did this, I checked my Facebook message, and 3 hours ago she said they were doing a story. They were doing a story on these people online who are trying to figure out where to get the waste vaccines, the extra vaccines. But I did not. I think I was too late anyway, even if I wanted to. But I don't think I would have done the interview. But they actually are doing this story on one of the local outlets tonight. I guess it sounds like the reporter just she wanted to do a Zoom interview. I'm guessing they did Zoom interviews with some of the people who went. One problem with that is you don't know how they're going to edit your interview. I would be happy if I could go on there and say, I really wish there was a more organized way that this was working. I wish, they made this fully opportunity open to everybody, and if I could say something like that, but for all you know, they'll interview you and then they'll take, they'll kind of take something out of context and then you look bad or something. I don't want to do that. I don't need that. I don't need that hassle. Read Israel says for your second shot, don't leave until you get a sticker or a lollipop or something. Yeah, Jeff Haas says first Kangaroo Island, now this. And then all I need is for the news channel to not mention that it's like extra doses and that we're looking for extra doses that are going to be thrown out, and then like make it look like something else. Just what I need. Sarah Joy says, tell them you only talk to Kangaroo Island TV. Yeah, I don't think they're giving me edit approval rights. Hey, thanks to our moderators. We got Sarah Joy, Melissa Alicia, Denise F., Lizzie. 17% of Americans have gotten at least one dose. Think about that, 17%. Hang on a second here. Hang on. But it's getting more. Yeah, Aaron says there'll be a report that I would be Steve Lookner says to steal vaccines. Right, it would be misreported. But again, in case you missed it, I showed this photo before. I'll show it again. I went at 1:15 and there was no line. And yet, this is from the group I follow on Facebook. This person, Gabrielle Barber. At 4 p.m., the exact same place, the line was down the street. That was 4 p.m. Line for extra shots. When I was there was no line at 1:15. Oops. Oh, Kangaroo Island TV is here. It's Kangaroo Island TV is your only trusted source of news. Thank you, Kangaroo Island TV. I made the line, says Lulu. Well, I think, a bunch of people had been reporting that they had been successful at the site and getting an extra dose. But also, as I mentioned, the intel I had heard was where people were saying that they were getting them at the end of the day. People were saying that they were waiting till the end of the day to give out the extra doses. So, so I just figured I'm up, I'm awake, I'm just going to go early. So there was no intel saying go at 1:15 p.m. and I literally brought a folding chair with me. I brought a folding chair with me in case I had to sit for hours and hours and wait till the end of the day. But 5 minutes after I parked, I was getting the shot. But who knows? It's very possible that once more people, everyone who gets an extra dose there, they might tell a couple people, and then more and more people know, and then people go on the Facebook group, and so it might get to the point. As I said, somebody posted under my post and said that roughly 2 hours after I was there, they said a friend had told them that they had stopped. I'll read you. Let me read you this again because it's worth reading. It's pretty crazy. Where's my post here? I'll repeat this. Hold on here. No. Where is my post? I'll tell you the name of the group, though. It's worth looking at, even if you don't live in Florida, to get a kind of idea of where people are looking for these shots. Where is it here? Here it is. Yeah, so somebody said 2 hours after they were there getting it, a friend in line texted that they got a call from the governor's office to stop giving out vaccines to those under 50, which is kind of odd because the age limit is 65. But it does look like a couple hours after I was there, they stopped giving it out to people under 50. But to repeat, somebody else said, I got mine at 3 p.m. at the site today. The crazy thing is the line for people without appointments was huge, but I didn't see anyone turning up for appointments. So pleased they were giving it to people that were willing to stand and wait. But the group is called Florida Vaccine Hunters. And even if you don't live in Florida, it's a Facebook group called Florida Vaccine Hunters. You have to like request to join. So hopefully they'll, if you're out of state, they might let you join anyway. They just want to have a sense of who's in there. But it's interesting to look at it because you might, if you're trying to get one of these, waste doses that's going to get thrown out, you might get ideas. So even if your area doesn't have one of these groups of people online talking about where to get these waste doses, I would try to find any group from any city and just look at it, and you might get ideas. Because people are just doing whatever they can to try to get these waste doses that are going to get thrown out. So there's all these people have all these different tips, and they just say, here's what I did, here's what I did. And so it might give you an idea what to do where you are if you're trying to get one, even if you don't live in Florida or whatever state or city you're looking at the group is. Phyllis says, I am on it on Facebook. Nicole Wilson says, like you said, I wish everyone could get a vaccine that is most at risk, but it's not going as planned, and it's better you get the vaccine than it gets thrown out. Yeah, I mean, better that it gets in arms instead of being thrown out. I would never get the vaccine if I thought it was taking it from somebody else who was on one of the high-risk people. No way. Oh, by the way, just so people are aware, we talked about the idea of live streaming getting the vaccine. So I didn't do it, and I didn't even ask to do it. But afterwards, I did want to take a picture of where I got it just for myself, not to post anywhere. And I started taking a couple pictures, and very quickly a woman came up to me like this. So they do not allow pictures in there. So I couldn't have live streamed it. That would have been a big no-no, a big no-no. Ugh. Janice Horton is not. Janice, I'm gonna end up hiding you, Janice, because you really just don't understand. You keep saying this thing, and it's just you're just not understanding. I repeat again and again and again what I did and what the situation was, and you just don't understand it. So you keep posting the same thing. I mean, if you're not going to listen to me, then it's ridiculous. Yeah, On Smash Media says it might be a privacy violation. I thought about that after. I don't know, because I'm not posting the photo anywhere, and I wasn't, but I understand that concern. I understand that concern, and I totally understand it after the fact. I mean, I was just taking a couple wide shots just for me. I took a selfie with me in it, but I totally get it. I get it. Mr. Eon says, how many elderly people were there? Did they get to go to the front of the line? Well, there was no line when I was there. But so at the end of the day, later in the day, there was a line for people who didn't have appointments, and they had to wait. So yes, they would get to go to the front of the line if there was a line. Well, if there was a line of people with appointments, they wouldn't get to go to the front. I assume if it was a very old person, they would just let them go right in. No, I did not see many elderly people there. I don't have a great memory of who was there, but it was not a lot of elderly people. I believe there was a few, but I don't think a lot of the people were elderly. But remember, in Florida, I think it's been a couple weeks in Florida already that 65 and over, you've been allowed to get the vaccine. So, there's been a lot of time for people to get it. I'm thinking one sec says helping others get waste dosage could be a consultancy business. Not for me, maybe somebody's doing it. Carl, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is out. It's just there's not much of it yet. The nice thing about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is it's only, according to CDC, you're considered fully vaccinated 2 weeks after you take it. So, like, I have to get another dose in 4 weeks, and then so it takes me 6 weeks from the first dose to get fully vaccinated. Whereas Johnson & Johnson, it takes 2 weeks. If there's like a glut there, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's possible. It's possible. It's at least conceivable that by taking Moderna, I will have delayed my being fully vaccinated. Because like if somehow in 3 weeks there's enough Johnson & Johnson that I could get one, which I don't think will ever happen, but that would mean that in 5 weeks I'd be fully vaccinated instead of 6 weeks. But I don't think it's going to happen. Because I'm not going to be in one of the... I don't know though. Well, I don't think it's going to be in 3 weeks. Yeah, Lulu talks about AstraZeneca. That could end up being approved in the U.S., but I don't think by May you're supposed to have enough Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson for every adult. Colligan Craft says, I am in Citrus County and waited 2 hours in line for an appointment vaccination. The lady said I was the youngest person there and I'm almost 50. It is still hard to get in my county. Yeah, it just totally depends on where you are and what site you're going to. Katrina Jones says, New Hampshire emptied out their Johnson & Johnson supply today. All those thousands of people are fully vaccinated. The other thing is, if the Moderna and if all the vaccine was Johnson & Johnson, I couldn't have done what I did today because Johnson & Johnson doesn't spoil. It's like, I think you can keep it refrigerated for 6 months or something like that. So, and you can just keep it refrigerated. You don't have to, although I don't know with the Johnson & Johnson vials, do you have to throw away Johnson & Johnson once you open the vials? That I don't know. Because with the Moderna, you have to throw it away once the vials open. So maybe they have that with Johnson & Johnson too. That's a good question. I don't know that. Yes, look at this. So here's something. Here's the vaccine. CDC. Storage and handling. After first puncturing the vial, the vaccine can be held at room temperature for 2 hours, then the refrigerator for an additional 6 hours for a total of 8 hours. No. Oh, here it is. No. Here it is. Johnson & Johnson. CDC. After the vial is punctured, the vaccine vial may be held for up to 2 hours at room temperature or for up to 6 hours refrigerated. Okay, so it does look like, how much is in a vial, in a Johnson & Johnson vial? I don't know. But, yeah, it's 6 hours. Once you open the vial, at most you can keep it for 6 hours. And then you got to discard that too. Okay, how many doses? It's 5 doses. And I don't know if they can squeeze out extras. So actually, there might be cases where there's extra Johnson & Johnson vaccine because once you open the vial, they give you 1 dose. You have to use it in 6 hours. Dennis says, I'm 75. Hope I can get it ASAP. Me too. I was going to look up and see what the vaccine number for today was. What the total number of people vaccinated was. I haven't checked. Let me look. I have a site. Bloomberg does a site. Vaccination tracker. Hang on here. Hold on. Hang on. I gotta sign in. I gotta sign into Bloomberg. Hang on. Hang on. Here's the vaccination tracker for Bloomberg. They say that in the past day, March 8th, 1.7 million doses. Why wasn't it only 1.7 million today? I don't know. A lot of days it's been above 2. I don't know if that's a partial result though. Maybe that's not the full result because it's a dotted line. U.S. totals: 18% of the population has been given one or more dose. 18% of the population. Wow. And 9.5% is fully vaccinated. Oh, Jeff says yesterday was Sunday. Right, that's probably the numbers from yesterday. So that might be why it's a little lower. Wow, 18% given 1+ dose. Lulu suggests I hydrate. Thank you for the suggestion, Lulu. Bergen County's finest says, my parents are going to get it soon against my wishes, but they are both diabetic. Well, I think everybody should get it who's allowed to take it because it's safe and effective. That's my, and that's what the scientific experts say. Okay. What else did I want to mention? Anything? So what I'm going to do, what I'll do is I'll keep you posted on the vac. I'll let you know if I'm feeling any side effects or anything. Right now, just a bit of a sore arm, but I'll let you know. All I have is a little bit of a sore arm here. But the big day, my next big day is in 28 days when I can get the second dose. That'll be a big day. And I'm also going to be keeping up. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to go to that Florida Vaccine Hunters group, and I want to see if anybody is posting more information about the site I went to today. Maybe people are still posting comments under my comment. Let's see here. Hold on a second. I have to report this. Let's see. I'm just looking to see if anybody posted any updates from that site I went to. You know what's interesting? Somebody posted under my comment. There's like a big discussion going on about this site. Under my post today in the group where I explained what happened, what my experience was. So somebody had posted that they said a couple hours after I was there and after they were there, they heard that the site was told to no longer give out vaccines to people under 50. However, somebody else posted in that discussion, and they said the same thing happened last week, and then they were back to giving them out. You just have to get there at the right time. If there's a line, go sit in your car and wait, or drive to, or get a meal. So what she's saying is that this thing happened previously, where they said, okay, well, we can't give it to people under 50 anymore, and then they started doing it again. So it's possible a bunch of these places it changes from day to day. Thank you, Logical Danger. Longy Raider says, I couldn't raise my arm above my head for about 12 hours. I had to do some arm exercises to loosen up the muscle. And it's also weird, like, I don't even know, like, how they decide what to do day to day. Do they have an official policy there? Do they have like a meeting where they're like, well, we can't officially announce this, but here's what we want to do? I have no idea how it works at these various places. Lift my arm. I can lift my arm. When I lift it, I get pain right here, but I can lift it. But there's pain right here, LH. The Facebook group that I was, the major one I was going to was called Florida Vaccine Hunters. There's another one called Florida COVID-19 Information, I believe. In Jacksonville, the only thing I really had time to do is I went to the River Walk in Jacksonville, which was lovely. They have a whole like sidewalk, a parkway sidewalk by the river. So that was really nice. At least I got to see that. I walked around downtown Jacksonville. There weren't that many people there. It was kind of a little, I don't know if it was a little run down, but at the same time, I didn't really see all of it. So I might have only seen a certain section of it. Also, for all I know, when people are working in offices, it's a lot more vibrant. I just don't know what the effect on people not working in offices has been. There was, I will say this, now they very well might have this around here and I haven't seen it yet. There was a pretty big, tent camp of it looked like people, like transient people living in tents. There was like a city block, and it was like a park. And in the park, in the grass park, was just lots of people living in tents. It looked like some kind of organized thing, and I'm not familiar with it. So maybe that's something people in the city know about. But it was kind of odd to just drive by it. Let's see if I can find something about it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is from yesterday. Downtown Jacksonville homeless camp set to close Tuesday. That's the one I drove by. This is an article from March 7th. City property at Union and Jefferson Streets in downtown Jacksonville has been inundated with homeless people in tents over the last several weeks. That's what I drove by. It was crazy. This resident said, I've been here about 3 weeks. COVID hit, I got laid off. The residency of Tent City has grown over several weeks. I drove by this place. There are 153 tents there with approximately 125 people within the perimeter secured by a fence and Jacksonville police. The city plans to open a temporary shelter to give people access to resources. After 30 days pass, that shelter will be closed, but resources will continue to be available elsewhere. Wow, it's interesting. I drove by and I was like, is this a permanent thing? It was pretty big. Yeah, it was sad. Here, look, this is another article. News for Jacks. Oh, the last one was from News for Jacks. News for Jacks. Final night of Tent City before Jacksonville moves homeless into nearby shelter. It had grown from 10 people to about 200 in the last 3 months. It's interesting. That's what I drove by that. The place where I'll actually show you where I walked. I was at a BurgerFi. BurgerFi, Riverside, Jacksonville. I'll show you where that is. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if this works. So I was here. Yeah, here's Jacksonville, right? Here's Jacksonville. There's Florida. There's Florida. There's Jacksonville. Oh, it's more north than I thought. I didn't realize it was that far north to the border. Yeah, I drove by St. Augustine. It's weird. You drive up here. If I had had more time, I would have liked to have stopped at these beaches. But you're not. The highway doesn't go right on the beach. So there's the St. Johns River, and then I was walking today on this river walk. I was walking right here. If you saw my stream, I'm sure we can find where I was. And then the BurgerFi was right here. There's the BurgerFi right there. But I was walking on Riverwalk, which is just right down here. Now, where is... I think this is where I did the stream, right there. That's where I did the stream. That's exactly where I did the stream. It was that... It's this fence here. That fence. I was literally right here. That's where we did the stream, right here. I was against this fence. Can I put the little man down there or not? No, that goes in there. I was trying to see if I could... That's where I did it. I was trying to see if they could... No, there's no... Unfortunately, I can't get a view. Oh, here it is. I guess this is the area. Yeah, it's. I was doing the stream down down by the river right there. That's the exact view. I was showing you that bridge there, and I was showing you that bridge there. That's where I was. So there's this walk. You can walk right on. You can walk along the beach on this pathway or run. See, that's the river walk. Aaron Weirdo says, I did a tour of the fort there. Also took a pirate ship store. Lots of fun. Rita's Real says, really cool area. Short Stack says, I saw your stream earlier. It was gorgeous. It's a very nice place to walk. It's a very nice place to walk there. The river water smelled a little bit. Well, it smelled like river. I don't know if it smelled like sewage or it might just be normal river smell. I didn't mind it though. I don't know. I kind of want to see. I know Sharon Heberling was watching, and she's from Jacksonville. I don't know exactly where she lives. I actually emailed her. I haven't heard back. Next time you see Sharon Heberling, tell her to message me back, because I was thinking if she's like close to where I was, I could like wave hello. But I'm going back there in 4 weeks to get my second shot. So, you know, if Sharon is somewhere near where I am, I'm happy to like say hello. Maybe I can say hi. I could even maybe stream it. So I just don't know where exactly she is. Linda says she said it was near the river, near that river. Yeah. So I emailed her and I never heard back. Oh, she was here earlier, so maybe she'll watch. Next time you see Sharon in the chat. Oh, she is here. Yeah, Sharon, I emailed you. I had your email address from before. So yeah, maybe in 4 weeks if you're around. I don't you know, we'll see if we can make it work out. But maybe I can come and like wave hello from a distance. We'll see if we can make it work. If you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I assume I have the right email for you. I think I do. Oh, Sharon wrote me back. I never got it. I never got it, Sharon. I checked my email. Check again. I didn't get it. Not here. I'm looking at my inbox right now. Right? Can you send it to me again? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Sharon says, yes, you do. I don't know what you mean. Can you resend it? Nothing is different with the noise in the apartment. Everything is the same. Everything's the same. I still hear the elevator some. It's better than before, but I still hear it. I still hear the thumping noise periodically. They haven't fixed the rain noise yet, but it hasn't been raining months. It's all the same. I don't hear my neighbor anymore because I think she just is not in the... maybe she avoids being in the room next to me. She hasn't complained since the first night, so fine with me. So everything is kind of the same. You know. Kind of status quo. Chris Lund says, if you ever blow through my city and do not wave, I will be angry. Sharon says, I just said I live on the river across the stadium. Okay. Oh, I have your correct email address. Well, maybe, Sharon, maybe I can wave to you next time I'm there. But for some reason, I didn't get your reply, Sharon. It's not here. I never got it back from you. I just checked my inbox and I checked my spam. It's not here. But yeah, that would be good if you want, because that's close. I'll be in the area. T Vine says, glad you got the shot, but you have a choice to stay home and work. Others don't. Also, you live alone. No one is listening to me. No one is paying attention. No one is, not no one, but a lot of people are not. Once again, for the millionth time, these are extra doses. I've been researching Facebook groups looking for extra doses that are going to be thrown out. My dose wasn't being, by taking my dose, it wasn't being kept from anyone. Hold on a second. Sharon says, sounds good, still homebound from breaking my hip. Well, I can wave to you, Sharon. I can wave to you. If you want. The exact words I said to them when I arrived was, I was just wondering if you had any extra vaccines today. I'm happy to wait. That is literally what I said to them. That's the exact words I said to them. Okay, cool. Sharon, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when I go there next. Janice Horton. Janice, you are so close to getting hidden. Next time you're getting hidden. I think Janice Horton's a troll. I really do. I think Janice Horton's a troll. Next time, Janice, I'm just hiding you. All right, so that's happening. Make sure, though, Sharon Heberling, I think I'm not getting your emails back. So if I email you again and you email me back, I might not get it. Maybe message me on Twitter. That might be better if you can message me on Twitter. Because for some reason, I'm not getting your emails. Okay. So I'm sorry we didn't do any news coverage today. I was just, busy doing that. So now that I've gotten this taken care of, I should be able to focus on the news more. As I was explaining last night, in our stream last night called I'm Kind of Obsessing, I explained that I was spending a bunch of time looking into this whole extra vaccine doses that would be thrown out that they're giving away to some people. So that was, I'm kind of obsessing. I should rewatch that stream to see what I was talking about last night. But yeah, so, hopefully I should have some more mental time. My mental time won't be taken up so much with trying to figure out if I can get one of these extra doses. Alibaba says, you sure proved you're obsessing. You might want to go back and watch it because I talk about, I probably can't find it. It's 2 hours long. I don't know that I can find the part where I said, if somebody can find the time code where I said, I'm not going to go to Jacksonville because it's too long a drive and I don't. I talked about not wanting to go to Jacksonville, and then of course I ended up going. If anybody finds a time code, if you want to find it, I'm not going to sit and scroll through it. But maybe I should scroll through it. I feel like it'll take a long time to find that. Maybe I'll look at it for a second. Maybe I'll look at it for a second and see if we can find it. Hey, there's captions on. See, there's captions on. The captions come on after the video. I can use the captions. Sonic says the summaries do not retain time code data, but I can look at the captions. See. Where did I say it? I don't know when I said that I'm not actually driving there. I have no idea when this happened. Can't find it. Oh, here. I think I found it. Oh, no. Hold on. Here, look. Here's where I talk about it. Hold on. Wait, hang on a second. Do is drive a couple hours somewhere. Why is it not playing? Oh, I know. My speakers aren't on. Let's try it again. And just not get it and have to drive back. That's not good. Michael Solis show up at a site at the end of the day, sometimes get a shot because they don't want to waste any vaccine. So that is true. The thing is, some sites do it though, and some sites don't. And also, like if I wasn't doing anything at all, if I wasn't working at all, if I wasn't doing this, well, yeah, maybe I'd spend all day literally. A different point. I specifically said at some point, I'm not going to drive to Jacksonville. But I don't know where that was. That wasn't it. I was trying to show you that. But I don't know where that was. Anyways, one of you can. It's around an hour 30 minutes, says Lego Mike. That late? Oh, I found it. Lego Mike found it. I think. 50% chance. I don't think. Here, let's see what this is. Hold on. Hang on. Let's try this. I don't think a 50% chance, it's a 50% chance of me getting the vaccine is not enough to make me to drive 2 hours to Jacksonville. That's a long time. And you got to drive back. People were telling me last night, they were saying, you should go there. And I was like, no, I shouldn't go there. Then of course I went there. There you go. How's your foot taste? Thanks, Lego Mike, for finding that. Yeah, that's at 1:31:48. The vaccine, I don't think a 50% chance, it's a 50% chance of me getting the vaccine is not enough to make me to drive 2 hours to Jacksonville. That's a long time. And you got to drive back. Good reasoning. I don't really have a problem with anything I said. It's just I decided to do something else. My preferences changed. Yeah, that was a different point here. That wasn't the Jacksonville point. Okay, but that clip is a Jacksonville clip, obviously. Chris, I woke up early because I was awake because it's fortunate. I didn't wake up early to go to Jacksonville. I woke up early because I wanted to put my name on the Walmart list. There was a Walmart. There's a Walmart that people had some success with putting their names on the wait list. For the unused doses, for the waste doses. But what apparently happened is they've narrowed down the list. So, like when I went today, the person said to me, "Oh, well, you're probably not going to get called if you're not if you're not in one of the categories that makes it. We're not in one of the high risk categories." So, and some people a few days ago said that they were not in the categories, and they just said, "Oh, we'll put you on the list, no problem," and then they got called. So I went there this morning and I got up at about like 8 or something. But as soon as I started driving to Walmart, like around 9, to put my name on the list, because at that Walmart you have to put it in person. As soon as I started driving there at 9, I said I really probably should go to Jacksonville. Like I was just like, I'm doing this. I'm awake. Even before I got to Walmart, I was like, I'm going to go to Jacksonville. I'm just going to go do it. Whatever. I'm just going to go. I'm up. I'm just going to go do it. So I decided to go. But I didn't think last night I was going to go. It just, when I woke up this morning and I was up, I just went. I looked happy to be out. I think I was happy I got the vaccine. Yeah, Edward, that was from last night's broadcast. That my saying that I wasn't going to go. I was thinking as I drove back tonight, though, it would have been a long drive to make if I hadn't gotten it. Well, if I hadn't gotten it, the drive there is fine. The drive back might have been kind of depressing. But I felt I had to do it. I felt I had to do it, and then if I didn't get it, I wouldn't worry about it anymore. I'd be like, well, I tried, because I was probably going to think about it a lot. No, I didn't drive to Walmart in Jacksonville. I drove to a junior high school gym. The second dose is at the same place, exact same place. But I got my appointment and anything, and they said I could come at any time. On that day, my second dose day, I'm gonna get up early. I don't want to leave anything to chance. I mean, there'll be something to chance, but I want to just get up early and get it done. Get up super early. And just get it done. But it's the same place. Yeah, they automatically give you a second shot appointment when you get the first shot. I already have it. Got a text message and everything. I did stop for gas and food. I stopped at BurgerFi for food and I got gas. GLG says, I wouldn't have wanted to see you if I hadn't gotten it. I probably would have done a live stream. I probably would have done a live stream that said I went to Jacksonville. And then I would have told you that I went to Jacksonville and didn't get the vaccine. The thing is, if you go and you get it, it's great. If you go and you don't get it, you have to be okay with the fact that you drove 2 hours and 15 minutes there and then back to not get it. Okay. Yay! Good job hiding. Yeah, Janice is a troll. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Lizzie, for taking care of that. Janice is just a troll. All right. Yeah, I would have told you 12 Tree that I went. I would have told you I went, even if I didn't get it. I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Monday? It's Monday. All right. Well, look. Let me just check the news. So, I'm looking forward to having mental energy to just not... I'm looking forward to not having to spend the mental energy on this and to be able to focus more on the news stuff again. I also thought what would happen is I would go and I wouldn't get the vaccine, and then there'd be some huge news event I missed. So it would be the worst of both worlds. Ooh. I just saw this post. There's some flooding in Hawaii, I guess. Let me show you this tweet. AI6YR, who I follow, just found this tweet. So I'll keep an eye on this. Eddie Dowd says, evacuations underway. This is what a portion of the Hana Highway looks like now near Haiku, Maui. A senator is warning that a dam could break at any time and thousands are in the impact zone. Maui flooding. So I will keep an eye on that. Yeah, and then here's another one. Here's another post about Maui. This is from Christy Tamashiro. Haiku evacuations remain in effect for residents in the vicinity of Kaupakalua Dam. Maui Fire Department reports responding to more than a dozen calls to help residents who've been trapped by rising waters. If there's a big news story when I go back, I just miss it. Who is our Hawaii viewer? I think we have a couple of them. There's one of them who's the person though who posts a lot in the chat? The person who sent me masks. There's somebody who sent me masks, and I can't remember. Oh, thank you, Patrick Davis. I appreciate it, Patrick Davis. Thank you. Patrick Davis says, breaking news in my Steve Lookner voice. Yeah, when I'm off the air, I will look into that. I will look into it when I'm off the air. I just don't really have time to look into it right now that we're on the air. So I will look into it. Also, now I'm getting confused here. Where is this thing? I was wondering if Maui had a scanner. I don't know if they do. They have a public scanner. There's 9 people listening to Maui County Police and Fire. Actually, no people. No people listening, so I guess it's either not operating. I guess it's not operating. That would be my guess. No feeds available for Maui County, Hawaii. No scanner feeds. So. Sue Baker. Yes, Sue Baker. You got it. Strange Reverend got it. Sue Baker. Yeah, and here's a story. There's a story in AccuWeather about it. Evacuations underway after heavy downpours breach dam in Maui. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Ooh. There was this one, too. I got to follow NWS Honolulu. Flash flood warning. Oh, look at this. I'll forward them too. Hawaii Emergency Management. Evacuations have been ordered for everyone downstream of Kaupakalua Dam in Haiku. Heavy rains have led to the dam cresting. And then they say here, this was 3 hours ago, flash flood warning for the imminent failure of the Kaupakalua Dam. Areas downstream of the dam. The population is 7,000 people in the flash flood warning area. 7,000 people live in that area, it says. And I'd like to get you a shot of the dam. I don't think it's like a giant concrete dam. I don't think it's that. Oh, is this a picture of it? I don't know. This is from KITV. It says Kaupakalua Dam owners reported overtopping, not failure. This is today. The owners of the Kaupakalua Reservoir and Dam said they called county officials to report the overtopping of the dam not in danger of failure. Okay. The dam did not fail. At this time, the overtopping of the dam has ceased. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye out for that. It looks like that's it. I think that's it. That's the picture in KITV. But I don't believe it looks like this is the dam right here. It's not like this giant 300-foot high concrete dam. And that article was posted at 5:47 p.m. Hawaii time, which was 40 minutes ago. So I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye on it. And Andy says, right now is a heavy rain all over Hawaii. Anyways. Oh, thank you, Tony Del Monte. Tony says, found a gold mine yesterday on Season 9, Disc 3, Episode 15. Oh, the Wizard episode. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. And thanks for your donation. I appreciate that, Tony. Thank you. Thank you, Kay Gebhardt, for saying congratulations on getting the vaccine. Yeah, guys, I don't know why people are whining about this. The reason I say no news in the chat is because it becomes very distracting. Obviously, if I see a news story when I do a news check and I talk about it myself voluntarily, that's not distracting. For me or for us, that's not distracting for me. I assume it's not distracting for you. What's distracting is when I'm trying to read your messages in the chat and people are just pestering me with news stories that aren't emergencies. So there's nothing inconsistent in me saying no news in the chat and me talking about news of my own free will and volition. Exactly. As C. Michelle Sparks says, it's my room. Oh, I guess we can talk about news now. Just you're not getting why I have the ban to begin with. Oh, that's it. Mozo is just trolling. Mozo's getting very close to being hidden. Mozo's getting very close to being hidden. It looks like, I'm guessing Mozo's will be hidden at some point. Okay, look. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not going to like rush to do a stream on the Maui thing because it's not. I'll keep an eye on it though. Yeah, Darren says, too bad you didn't stop at the new Buc-ee's that opened in Florida. Oh, is that the one I drove by? I saw a Buc-ee's. I would like to go to Buc-ee's. But it was a pandemic, so I didn't go to Buc-ee's in Florida. Oh, I did drive by the first one. Wow, I didn't know this. Look at this. I drove right by it. First Buc-ee's opens in Florida. Click Orlando. Oh, I guess it's okay. He talks about news now. One rule for you, another rule for us. First Buc-ee's opens in Florida. Daytona Beach is set to open in March. I drove by there today. It just opened. Wow, it just opened. It's known for touting the world's largest convenience store. They also have food there and all kinds of goods. Our moderator Eddie Smith did a good video about Buc-ee's on his channel. I'll show you where that is. But yeah, I didn't go in because it's a pandemic. But eventually I'd like to go there. It's like a giant store where they have like. It's like they have everything, and they have like a lot of people cooking food, and barbecue, and it has gas there. Stores, Buc-ee's are usually split into the gift side, which features items such as clothing, home decor, sporting goods, and more, and the food service and convenience store side. The chain carries a cult following. If you want to see what a Buc-ee's is like, I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to refer you to a video from Eddie Smith. Watch his video. Yeah, this is Eddie's channel, Country Road Entertainment. That's whoa. That's Eddie's channel. So he did a video on Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's walkthrough. Walkthrough of the world's largest gas station, Buc-ee's Royce City. So anyways, I'll post a link. But he just goes inside and he shows you what it's like in the Buc-ee's. Darren Markley says the blogger I watch went to the grand opening. Yeah, they have a Wikipedia page. Buc-ee's is a chain of convenience stores and gas stations, but they sell all kinds of stuff there. It's huge. It's gigantic. And then they have like these stations of all this like people cooking these like barbecue sandwiches and stuff. Mr. Showtime says, I love the bacon cheeseburgers they have there and the ham and cheeseburgers. Yeah, watch Eddie's video. He just goes around and he shows you what they sell there. And it's big. It's a big place. Oh, Amber says they have homemade fudge. Is that true? It's like if you took a Love's travel stop or something. I don't know if that's really right. It's just like a huge, it's like, it's in a location where you'd expect like a Love's travel stop, but it's huge and they sell all kinds of stuff. Anyways. Yeah, this article, one of our viewers asked about this. The people who didn't want it there. I forget who asked about this, but it says in this Click Orlando article, it says many people living in the area were concerned about how the gas station would affect property values. More than 2,000 people signed a petition opposing the development, citing traffic concerns and a poor quality of life. Now that its first Florida location is open, it won't be much longer before there's a second. Buc-ee's officials said its Daytona Beach location is expected to open in March. So the one I saw was, St. Augustine is, I don't know which one I drove by. I think I drove by the St. Augustine one. There's one in St. Augustine and there's one in Daytona Beach, which is not that far away. There's two of them. I don't know if the Daytona one is open yet. Hey, Phyllis says, booking myself for a vaccine due to your information. Are you booking yourself vaccine? That would be awesome. That'd be great. Mr. Showtime says, Buc-ee's will be bringing people from all around. EBDB says, fancy truck stop. Brainy Jenny is watching and working. Jeff Haas says, this is a big deal in Florida. Yeah, you can find, if you go to YouTube and you look up Buc-ee's, there's a bunch of people who've done videos. Chris Lund says fudge, fudge, and fudge. I guess they have fudge there. Here, Buc-ee's fudge. Look. Buc-ee's fudge. I did an image search. They just have these huge food stations. Ooh, here's one, look. Buc-ee's opens in St. Augustine, Florida. staugustine.com. See, look, that's employees preparing barbecue sandwiches in the middle of the new Buc-ee's. The 55,000 square foot convenience store with 104 fueling stations will open on Monday. I'll have to stop by there. Maybe next time I'll stop by there. I don't really want to go inside. I'd like to go there after the pandemic. I've been to one Wawa. The gas pumps are outside, obviously. But if you watch Eddie's stream that I posted, you'll see he shows the big Eddie's stream shows the big food stations. They have all these employees working. They have a sweet station, and then they have, I don't know if it's ice cream or shakes or drinks or whatever. I mean, just look at the picture. It's sausage, pulled pork, sweets, Dippin' Dots, sugared nuts, tacos, Texas barbecue. They have so much stuff there to eat. Oh, beaver nuggets. There's this thing, beaver nuggets, that I guess people like there. See, it says beaver nuggets down here. Let's see if we can find it. Bucky's beaver nuggets. Yeah, look, this is another shot from the staugustine.com of the of just another part of the food station or whatever. It's just enormous. Bucky's beaver nuggets. Ooh, they sell them on Amazon. Bucky's famous beaver nuggets. Anyways. Tony says, Florida is tempting me to return to visit. Stack says, we all love beaver nuggets. Mr. Wombat says, we just got a Buc-ee's in Georgia. Cryptician says, Buc-ee's kind of reminds me of Sheetz, but they have a different kind of setup and similar variety of food options. But the Buc-ee's is way bigger than Sheetz are, right? I've been to some Sheetz, they're not that big. Maybe there's bigger Sheetz. Reed Israel says, looks like a great place to stop for a road trip. Chris Lund says, they pay employees really good with benefits. All right. One more vaccine will get you to that fudge bar, says Chris. One more vaccine in 2 weeks. Oh, thank you, whatever works, for your kind words. Oh, thank you, Camille, as well. Yeah, I explain all this stuff. Go, Camille, if you haven't seen it, watch the stream I did earlier called Got the Vaccine. I tell about my experience. All right. Guys, I think... Oh, thank you, I forgot to thank Starfire3 and Lulu. Oh my gosh. Starfire3 and Lulu, I hope you're still watching. I totally forgot. I missed your donations. So I really appreciate it. Starfire3 and Lulu. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, I think it's getting to be that time. I'm kind of pooped out. I think we're getting that time. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Boston once I've been fully vaccinated. Once I'm fully vaccinated, I'll go. But that's not another 6 weeks. All right. Guys, I think it's time. This has been a fun stream. I really appreciate all of your encouragement. Most of your encouragement. Most of you's encouragement about the vaccine. And I'll let you know how it goes. Just a little bit of a sore arm right now. But yeah, thanks for all the congratulations. That's kind of you. And thanks for all the advice. Hey, who knows? Maybe some of you last night, maybe subconsciously, some of you last night who were telling me to go to Jacksonville, maybe that helped convince me to go. Oh, Christopher Lund, that's very generous of you, Christopher. Thank you. Christopher says, proud of you. Thank you, Christopher. That's very kind of you, Christopher. Thank you. It's very generous. Oh, and thank you, Sonic. Let's see Sonic's summary. Grats, Steve on Vax. Thanks, mods. Vax timeline recap, logistics and options. No sticker yet. Going back in 28 days, a little sore. Tent City. Yes, Tent City was part of the stream, too. Can now focus on news, Hawaii floods, Buc-ee's. Hey, thanks, Sonic, and thanks for all your support as well, Sonic. That's very kind of you. And Read is Real. Thanks for the sticker, Read is Real. Oh, you guys are too kind. That's very nice of you, Read is Real. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your support. Thank you. Thanks for all your moral support in the whole vaccine process. It was good to be able to get it off my chest last night that I was obsessing over it. I hope everybody out there who wants a vaccine can get one soon. There will be more. Oh, Christina missed it. You missed it, Christina. Well, I did 2 streams today. You can go back and watch them both. Christina, sign up for the Discord if you haven't. Discord notifications. That's the best way to get notified when I'm coming on the air on all my channels. The Discord notifications. It's free. Sign up for Discord notifications. The link's going to be in the chat right now. Nightbot has it. She says she's busy. Well, what can I do? Hey, Thanks to our moderators. We got Sarah Joy. Really appreciate it. Sarah Joy, thank you. We've had other moderators in there tonight, too. I know Melissa Alicia was there. Who else? I can't remember. But Sarah is there right now. Thanks to all of our moderators. They're all volunteers. Julie Huft says, off my chest and in my arm. Yeah, I just, you know, I those of you who, some of you have gotten it, and others I know want it, and you will be getting it. So, but I'm looking forward to maybe this summer. Pretty much everybody will have gotten it, and things can get back to more normal. I will say this. Now that I've gotten it, I fully expect that in 6 weeks I'll feel comfortable doing whatever. Once I have the second dose, and then 2 weeks after, I'll feel comfortable doing whatever. But I am not in a high risk group. If I were 70 years old, I don't know how I'd feel. So you'll have to see how the data works out and everything. But I'm ready to kind of get back to more normal. So I'm interested to hear what your experience is when you get it. Will I go to the beach? Yeah, well, sure, we'll go to the beach one day. Yep. Thank you, Edward Kim. Jeff Hawk, thanks for watching. Erica, oh yeah, I'm wearing a mask. I wore a mask after I got the vaccine. I still have my mask, and I'm going to be wearing them out. I'm not vaccinated yet. You're fully vaccinated 2 weeks after your second dose. Tony says some songs are up. I'll try to check them out, Tony. Thanks for letting me know. On YouTube. Tony Del Monte on YouTube. Off my lawn, thanks for watching. Nicole, maybe one day I'll go to Disney, but not now. Yeah, I could still get the virus right now. Even after you're vaccinated, you get COVID, but what it does is it severely. I mean, in the trials, the 3 vaccines were 100% effective against hospitalizations and death, but you can still get it. So, thanks, Andy. Melissa McQueen, Jerry Hawk, Jeff Ha, Christina, Rita's Real, Hedge Enemy, Stacks, Kathy Williams, thank you, Kathy. Cryptician Off My Lawn, Nicole from Canada. Sean, June 0130. Alibaba. TJ. Whatever works. Cryptician, Sonic, Julie Huft. Margot. Thanks to all the lurkers. Thanks to all the lurkers. Linda Nielsen. Judy Socket. Michelle Ryan. Ben NL. Cats Go Nuts. Oh, Mark. Is people talking about Mark Helton? Mark wasn't here tonight. Has Mark not been here for a couple streams? I don't remember if it's been a couple streams. Was Mark there earlier today? Does anyone know anything about Mark? I might shoot Mark a message. Mark wasn't there earlier today, was he? Was he there last night? I don't remember. Maybe one of the mods know. John A. and Petey, thanks for watching. Oh, Sarah Joy will email me. Sarah Joy knows something about it. Okay, Sarah Joy is going to let me know. There might be something that's kind of private or something that I don't know. But Sarah will let me know. Hey, thank you, Ben NL, for the GG sticker. Thank you so much, Ben NL. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Sonic says he's been missing 3 days. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Very good point. I remember thinking yesterday he wasn't there. So I will look into it. Hope he's doing okay, obviously. Oh, Ben L is Ben Northern Lights from Twitch. Cool. Thank you, Ben. Thanks. All right. I'm looking forward to getting back to focusing more on news and not so much on getting the vaccine. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to try running it all tonight. On the one hand, it's been a long day. On the other hand, it's like a nice kind of good thing to like clear my mind and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see. I didn't run yesterday because I was getting up early today. And I went to bed earlier. So we'll have to see. See how I feel. Gamer, I'm assuming you're trolling. I'm assuming you're trolling, so I timed you out. If I knew you and didn't think you were trolling, I wouldn't time you out. Hey, Manic Miner, thank you for watching. Chris Hurt, thank you. MKZ, thanks for watching. Electric Crystals. Off My Lawn, who ran today. Thanks for watching. Maybe at some point we'll play Among Us again. Have not had the time lately. And Prairie Dawn. And RV Cruisin' was watching. Thank you, RV Cruisin', for watching. And thanks again, Erica. All right, guys, I am wrapping this up. So I will keep you posted on the journey to a second dose. And I hope you can get it soon, too, if you haven't gotten it yet. Arizona Jumper says, your experience has given us hope. GLG says, might want to read up on recommendations on what you should and shouldn't do after shot. I will. They didn't give me any information there, but I will. But I'm feeling good. Just have my sore arm, so. I will, Christina. I haven't gotten to, there's a bunch of packages at the UPS store, and I haven't gotten there to pick them up yet. So obviously I couldn't pick them up today. So I'll get there soon and pick them up. Joe Hart. Thank you, Joseph. Is that Joseph from, I don't know if that's Joseph from Nevada. There's a Joseph who sent me something. And I actually sent them a note. But I don't know if that's, I think it's a different Joseph. Creepy Buster, thanks for watching. Oh, Reed Israel says she sent me something besides toilet paper. Thank you. I have plenty of toilet paper right now. All right, guys. I am going to wrap this stream up. I really appreciate you joining. And also, thank you so much for all of your encouragement and support. Thank you. And thanks to the moderators as well. And thanks to everybody who donated too. That's really kind of you. And all the lurkers. All right, guys. That is it. No, I don't think I have any swelling. Just a little sore arm. Nosy Rosie. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll do more streams soon. I appreciate it. It's been quite a journey so far. So I will talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. And have a great night and great day wherever you are.